excited about having Josh Macuso back with us today. He's going to be showing us the 5 videos you should be creating for social media. So look forward to that. If you have any questions, I know he'll be able to answer that afterwards. So thank you for being here.
All right. Thanks for the applause. Tough crowd, golly. I'm just kidding. So we're just going to have some fun today. So what I was going to say before Tim was rolling, but you're rolling now, so it doesn't matter. But I just came from a TV interview because I directed a documentary that I'm going to tell you about at the end if you're interested. But I was going to do what I thought was like a 5-minute radio interview, like a really quick radio spot, and it was a 30-minute TV segment. And I'm not sure how those wires got across, but I didn't know why that was. So anyways, that's why I rolled in here at like 10 till and tried to get our PowerPoint going. But yeah, the 5 videos your business should be posting on social media. Okay, listen, why did you come to this? Why is this important to you? The 5, besides those of you that have to be here. Why did you come to this? Mm-hmm. So you were wowed.
I was wowed.
Yeah. That's great.
I'm a fan.
Sorry. Sarcasm is my love language. So. Okay, good. So I know I need to use video. Now I'm thinking, what videos should I make? Is kind of what you're thinking. Are you guys all kind of in that same place?
Yeah, I think it's a little overwhelming when you start thinking about all of the types of videos that you could make. So I think it would be good to have a little bit of direction on which ones are priority and how to do those. Okay.
Awesome. Well, after doing a Google search to find out what 5 videos we should make, I will let you know here in just a couple minutes. I'm just kidding, guys. Okay, what else? Anybody else have reasons for being here? Or challenges, like I hate video, I don't want to do this, but I'm here because I feel like I have to. Or I want to make videos, I don't know where to start. We're all kind of in that.
Trying to do a video, my teenagers get a hold of it, and then you know what I'm saying? They're like, please don't post that. And if my friends follow you, you're embarrassing me. So
yeah.
It's a hurdle.
That's awesome. My kids are younger. That like they dealt with that a little bit, but they're kind of used to it. They kind of grown up with me doing stuff in front of the camera, so now they just kind of go, it's Dad again. Dad is doing his thing again, you know. But they just go for it. So okay, well that's what we're doing. How many of you have seen me talk about video before? Okay, like half of the people in here. Okay, this is a little bit about me, really quick. And that's not the right button. Neither is that. Okay. I thought it was going to be really smooth there and hit the button. Oh, there it is. Yeah, if you just keep hitting them eventually. Oh, we've already skipped on to like all the other ones. Let's just go to the first one. I mean, why are we even waiting? Okay, that's my family. There they are. Whatever. I mean, they're fine. They're okay. That's me. So I own my own small business, which is a video production company. I do video production for businesses, corporations, nonprofits, anybody and everybody that needs video. That's what I do. So that's small businesses with 1 person or 5 people, or it's larger organizations like Bristol Motor Speedway, or they're a big client of mine, and some others. So I do a lot of on-camera work and behind-the-camera work. I direct, I produce. I have a team of 3 or 4 people that work with me to produce video content. So a lot of social video content is what I do. So that's why today I think hopefully you'll learn a lot, because my job is literally every day creating social videos for organizations. And so I'm passionate about helping people tell their story. I think that's something you have to do at this point. We all know, I think we've talked about it, people don't want to be sold to anymore. They don't want ads. They want content. They want stories. You have to tell them a story to get them to listen, because we're all bombarded with that stuff. So why video? We covered this in the past, but for those of you who are not here, I'm going to blow through this really fast. By 2019, global consumer internet video traffic will account for 80% of all consumer internet traffic. So stuff you're looking at online, by next year sometime, like 80% of it's going to be video. It's all moving towards video. That's what we need to learn there. Nearly 90% of website visitors stay on a site with video longer than a site without video. So if you got video on your website, people are more likely to be engaged and stick around longer. They'll probably watch the video. Even if they don't watch the video, just the fact that you have a video just adds credibility to you. And they're like, oh, these people know what they're doing. They have a video about their services. Like, it just adds credibility. So they're able to stick around longer because you seem more legit. All my stats have sources except for this one. So I probably just made that one up. 59% of executives agree that if both text and video are available on the same topic, they are more likely to choose video. So if you've got executives, CEOs, decision makers in an organization, if you're trying to pitch something to somebody, if they go to your website, they're going to buy your product or your service or whatever it is they do, these decision makers, almost 60% would rather watch a video about what you do and what you're offering than read text about it. That's probably because if you have a website like most people, you have a lot of text on the site throughout all your pages, and so that person either has to sort through all of that, or they can watch a 1 minute, 2 minute long video at the front that just tells them everything about you right off the bat, and they instantly know whether or not they connect with you, if they like you, if they believe in what you're doing or not. And then they will continue to go through your site to find out more. So that's good news. Companies using video enjoy 41% more web traffic from search than non-users. So one of the things that video does is it ups your Google rankings when people are searching for what you do. And so, I mean, people that have video on their site are just more likely to be found on Google. Google likes video. They own YouTube, so they like video. They like it when you upload videos to their hosting site, YouTube, and it will bump your stuff up. So there are 4 convincing stats right there, but I'm going to give you a few more. Sorry, this thing is quite slow. When I hit the button, it does not want to go with me. Man. Okay. Including a video on the landing page can increase conversion rates by 80%. Meaning, if you post something on Facebook, if you send an email out, you're directing them somewhere, right? They're going to go land on a web page. You're directing them to your website or to wherever. If that page they land on has video on it, it will likely lead to more conversion for what you're trying to sell. Video in an email leads to 200 to 300% increase in click-through rates. So that's people who not just read your email, but take some sort of action. They click on something in your email to take them to the next thing. So the challenge with that, do you guys use MailChimp or anything like that? Constant Contact, those types of email clients, those are great. Now you really can't put the video in the email. So if they open their email, if they click on your video, they're probably not going to be able to watch it inside there. They're going to be taken to another site, to your website or to wherever your video is hosted, and they're going to watch the video there. But if they know there's video in the email, people are more likely to click on it than if it's just a text email. If it's just text or even photos, like, okay. But video, number one, gives them a reason to click, right? If you have a great tagline and you're like, watch this video on 3 reasons why, you're not doing this right, and people are like, oh, I need to do it right, so they're going to click on what it is that you're going to tell them, and they're going to go check it out, right? So you have a catchy headline, a good headline combined with video, and people are way more likely to open your emails. People get frustrated with emails because it's like, are people really reading these? And you look at your rate, and you're like 12% of the people that I sent this to opened it, and you're like, that's actually really good in the world of email, but you're thinking that's it. Like, it kind of hurts your feelings, doesn't it? It's like nobody wants to read my stuff. But if you put video in it, you're guaranteed to make $1 million. Okay, just kidding. On Facebook, a video post offers 135% greater reach than a post with a photo. Just more people are going to engage it. They're going to see it. They're going to engage in it more than a photo, which is interesting because, years ago, it was you were just updating your status or putting text in your updates, and people still do that. Then it became photos, and now Facebook even gives you the option to type your text over top of an image. And now Facebook even creates videos for you at times, your memories and things like that. So it's all going towards video. Video is going to have the best impact. Social video generates 1,200% more shares than text and images combined. So if you want someone to share your stuff, which you do, because good marketing is getting other people to do your marketing for you. You want people to see that, like, oh, that's great, that's worth sharing. It's worth my time to click that button for the people that follow me to see it. If you want people to share it, video is way more shared than anything else. The occasional meme, or if it's a really good quote or something, somebody might share a text quote, but it's video. People are going to share video. Okay. So that's all of my why video stats. And so now, the last piece of this before we get to the 5 videos is video is important because it allows you to connect with your audience on an emotional level. Okay, it's something text and photos can't do as well. You can obviously, written word and photography can absolutely connect with people on a deep level, but nothing like video where you've got motion, you've got video, you've got audio, you've got sound, you've got things working together, and you're able to talk to people and relate to people on a personal level. And that's important because people buy with their emotions. Okay, so if you want people to invest in what you're doing, if you want them to buy your product or your service, or pick up the phone and call you, or reply to your email, or anything at all, you got to connect with them on a personal level. And video is the best way to do that. I mean, that's my opinion, but it's also the stats that we've seen show that video is the most effective way to do that. So here we go. Let's get into the 5 videos you should be making. Any questions thus far? That's kind of a repeat for some of you that have been to my stuff before, but I always like to hammer down, like, this is important. You got to be making videos if you want to be making an impact.
On the statistics that you mentioned
Yeah.
about the videos or the embedded links in email, is that based upon someone knowing the person that's sending the email, or is that based upon just overall emails? Because I would think any links that are embedded in email from strangers are going to automatically be, no, I ain't clicking it.
Oh, like if you get something from
That's
somebody you
right.
don't know and you
Yeah,
don't want
like
to
I said,
click
if it's
on that.
random marketing email and I get one
Yeah.
with a link in it, I don't care what you say it is. If it's a link, I ain't clicking it.
I think they're banking on it being someone in your list already. So you've already built an email list, or hopefully you're adding to an email list, a database of people that you email, connect with, and stay in touch with regularly. Those people. Because it's funny, I like to think that the people that I have on my list, which I've got quite a few, that they will open all my stuff because I'm thinking, I know they're interested in what I'm doing, right? They care about what I'm doing. And then when I get 10% open rate, and I'm like, oh man, these are people that already know me and that are already connected with me. And so video just increases the chances of that email being opened and of people clicking on what's inside the email. So yeah, it's already people you've connected with. There's not random, marketing emails. Yeah.
I'd also say there's probably a higher chance of them clicking on it if it looks like a video, but it's not. It's just an image. If you've got
Oh, yeah.
an image in your email with a play symbol on it,
Yeah.
I would say that you want to put that than just text.
Yes, absolutely. As I was saying earlier, the video won't play in the email, but if you have it's basically a screenshot of the video there, that's what you'll want to show. And say, click here to watch, whatever. They'll click on that and then be taken to the thing. But yeah, you're right. If it was just a hyperlink, that's not as appealing and it's kind of sketchy. Yeah. Anything else? Moving along. Tim, how you doing back there?
I'm trying to keep up with you.
Are you? That's hard to do.
I'm waiting for the next button.
Are you? You ready?
Yes.
I'm gonna click it now. Ah. Okay, number 1. This layout's kind of funky. Who designed this? I don't know. I did. Your story. All right, so this is the number 1 video for you to make. It seems obvious, like when you think, we need to make an about video. That's it. You need to make an about video. This is the video where you talk about who you are, what you do, and why you do it. And why people should care. Okay? Who you are, what you do, and why you do it. The number 1 part of that probably is the why. Who you are, what you do, that can often be done very quickly, almost implied for some of you. If your company changes tires, then they already know that. But tell them why you do that. Why is that important, and why should it matter to them? What do you do that's different than everybody else? This video can take a lot of formats. Kind of the standard way would be for, this is one of the ones that's more difficult to do on your own. Okay, this is like if you're going to pay for a video, this is the one to pay for. This is the one to bring in somebody to do. You can do it in-house if you have capabilities or if you want to take a stab at it. But if you're thinking, I'm going to prioritize, this is our video, like this is the one we're going to put on the shelf and we're going to bank, this is going to get us all we need. This is the one, okay? Because we're going to sit down, we're going to talk about you, talk about your company. If you're an entrepreneur, if it's your company, or if you work for a larger organization, you're going to talk about what it is you do and why you do it. Talk about your mission, talk about those types of things. We're looking at 2 to 3 minutes, probably in a total video time, and that's max. That's a max. In fact, what you should do is if you have this video produced, someone comes in, sits down, and they interview key people, whether that's you or other people, about what you do. Maybe interview a couple customers or clients, get some testimonials in there from people that have worked with you, get some good music, get all the stuff, put it all together, have a nice packaged up video that when people watch it, they know exactly what they're getting into. You want faces on there because they want to see your personality. They want to see who you are. Then you have information in there so they actually are getting, what you do. And then kind of get, I think emotional, but get the heart behind it, the vision, the desire that you have. Why do you do what you do? And from that video, this is the best thing, because when I work with people, we kind of go into it saying that we're gonna spray wide, right? We're gonna get as much content as we possibly can when we're filming, so that we can take that back and we can use it. When you interview somebody and you're thinking, this is going to be a 2 or 3 minute clip, a 2 or 3 minute video, and you interview somebody for 10 minutes, and they're talking about their business for 10 minutes, you're going to use 30 seconds of that, or a minute of that. It's very little. Then you've got all this other stuff that they've already talked about, right, in the interview. And, we're going to shoot footage of you got in action, shoot footage of what you do. We're going to get as much as we possibly can, and then we're going to produce this video for you. And then we're going to take all that content and we're going to create a 15-second clip, a 20-second clip, a 30-second clip. We're going to create 15 to 20, maybe even, micro clips that you're going to share on social media. So you'll have this one main video, but then you're going to want to take that one main video, break it down into smaller bite-sized pieces that you can share on Instagram, Facebook, and other places. So you have content regularly coming out that is different than what's in the video. Heck, you could even take that 1 2-minute video and cut it into 15-second slices. The most watched video on Facebook right now is a 15-second video. So I used to say, you need to capture your audience's attention within the first 15 seconds. Well, that's the whole video for a lot of people. Now it's like, well, you got to capture it in the first second. It's got to be like, bam, something's happening, and I got to see it. So this is your story video. The About You video. Does that make sense? Everybody good on that? I forgot to do this, and I'm sorry. I meant to ask what you guys do, because I like to try to apply it to specific examples. Some of you I've met before, but can we just briefly go around the room? Don't feel like you have to do a big introduction. Just tell me your name and what you do, your company.
My name is Gerald Austin. I work with Spamco here in the building, and
Okay.
I do welder training and
Okay.
welding inspector training. Something welding related.
Something welding related. Good deal. That's cool. Brianna.
My name is Brianna Fillers, and I am a freelancer, so I do logo design, branding, and photography.
I'm Fallon Ray. I work for KVAT Food City. I'm a graphic
Okay.
designer, and then I do freelance stuff on the side, mostly where I want to do business-wise. Eventually, I don't know when I'm ever going to pull the trigger, but custom art,
Cool. Very cool. Art, meaning what kind of art?
digital art,
Okay.
manipulation.
Yeah. Cool. That's great.
Angela Fletcher, I'm with the Virginia Department of Fire Programs, teach fire science technology.
Okay. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Victoria Fletcher. I'm here at the incubator. I have Food Books Publishing to get books prepared and ready for authors to be published.
Yeah, cool, awesome.
Hi, Angela Switfusky, work for Old Dominion University at the Heritage Center, and my family also has a small bakery in town.
Awesome.
I'm Kim Messersmith. I'm a life coach and help people break through what's stopping them from taking their business to the next level.
Awesome. I love that.
I'm Kate Stanner, a regional trainer with DePaul Community Resources. We specialize in behavioral and public health.
Okay. Very cool. Come on.
Anita Farmer with the Washington County Chamber of Commerce, and we're
Yes.
looking at different ways to stand out in the community and also to help our members stand out.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm Samantha Tanner. I'm the administrative assistant for the Washington County Chamber.
Yes.
I'm Brian Plank with the Haven of Rest Rescue Mission in Bristol, and of course we try to get people back on their feet after going through a homeless situation.
I'm Stephanie Surratt with the Southwest Virginia Alliance for Manufacturing Center of Excellence here in the building. And we are advancing the skills and image of manufacturing careers throughout the region.
I'm Kim Hamilton, and I work with Stephanie. I'm the administrative assistant at Santa.
Okay.
Also, we'll claim Gerald. We work with Gerald.
Yeah.
You do? Okay. Some people have claimed you, so that's good. Yeah.
I don't know if work with me is actually a good term or not.
All right, good. Thank you for, I meant to do that earlier, but I forgot. So I've already forgotten all of that, but I'll do my best to bring it out when we're talking. So this makes sense, your story video, and I want you to obviously think about, and I'm sure you are, as you see these, as I'm talking, how does this work for me? How does this work for my business, for my coaching business, for the Haven of Rest? Haven of Rest?
Yes, sir.
Haven of Rest. How does this work? How can we tell our story? And just feel free to shout out questions as I'm talking if you need anything. Okay, let's keep going. How-to videos. This is number 2 on the list of videos you should be making right now for social media. So I mentioned earlier that people don't want to be sold to, right? We're all kind of tired of having things sold to us all the time. So we want content, and what people really like is helpful content, things that are going to help them in some way. And so how-to videos can do that. And there's a number of ways you can do how-to things, but the main goal is you want to add value to your audience. This is you giving them something without expecting anything in return. So your about video is about you. You're telling them who you are and what you do and why you do it. In this situation, you're just adding value to them, giving them something free. Whether that's, if you're a life coach, that might be free advice you're willing to give. Here's the 30 seconds or a minute of me telling you how to do something. Goal planning, here's 3 things you need to think about when you're doing goal planning. Boom, 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 boom. List them out. That adds value to people, and they'll watch that. If they're mildly interested in what you do, they'll watch that. Each of you kind of have that ability to add value to other people, to your audience, your potential audience. I'll reference what's called the 80-20 rule. You may have heard me talk about this, or someone's talked about that. That is really on social media, 80% of the time you should be talking about what your audience wants to talk about, and then 20% of the time talking about yourself. All right, so if all your content is just me, look what I do, look what I do, look what I do, which is what most of us do, because that's the natural tendency, is to just post about what you're doing or who you are. But they want content. Think about the stuff you click on. There may be people that you follow closely and you really want to know what they're doing all the time, so you do follow them. But a lot of times you follow people because you want to get things from them, recipes, or whatever it is that you're trying to get from people. You want things that are helpful. And then when it's time to buy something, you may think of them, you go back, and if you're doing a good job of regularly being in front of people, your how-to stuff, your free stuff will turn into paid stuff because you're building a reputation with them, you're connecting with them, and you're creating essentially a two-way conversation on social media with them rather than just always promoting yourself. Make sense? Everybody understand that? This is an interesting stat that I got from Forbes magazine. 2 of the top 3 most effective videos on social media are tutorial videos and demonstration videos. I have no idea, I don't know how they measured that or where they came up with that, but in the article I was reading recently, Forbes had said that when you're making video, the most effective ones are tutorials and demonstrations. So think about, a teenager going to prom for the first time, and he needs to learn how to tie a tie, and maybe a dad doesn't show him or doesn't have a dad, and so he goes to Google or YouTube and how to tie a tie, right? And there's people on there showing you this is how you do a Windsor knot, this is how you do this. You know, you can get a demonstration tutorial for almost anything, right? So how can you take tutorials and demonstrations about what you do and make that relevant to the people that follow you? Right? How can you add value to them? I would imagine this would fit well for some of the things that you do. If you're doing welding training, things like that, that would be huge. I mean, Brandon, I think if you're wanting to add some value to people, saying if they want photography, they want graphic design, you can kind of do what I do a lot of times, which is, you know, internally I'm thinking, I want you to hire me for video, but I'm going to tell you how to make videos yourselves as well, because I want to help you. If you tell people how to do some basic, you know, photo correction, color correction, do some basic, here's some lighting techniques for photography, those types of things, give that to people, give it away. They'll appreciate that, and it will help. So that's the idea with the how-to videos. Questions about that, or ideas, or things that people have done that have worked? Anybody done anything like this and felt like it worked really well, or didn't work? And I'm lying. Okay.
I have a hard time, like, and I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, differentiating between you, the person, versus your business page, or where the crossover begins. Because obviously, you do videos, like
Yeah.
doing videos all day long makes sense, but a welder or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you know, should all our content be about welding, or is it more of you selling their genuine story as a person, and then welding gets thrown into it, or?
Yeah, more of the second one, I think. Let's see if I think of a good example of, I mean, you think, and this is a little bit unfortunate, but think about how many times you've watched the commercial and been like, wow, that was an amazing commercial. Then you don't even remember what it was for or who it was for. You ever had that happen? You're like, that was amazing. What were they selling? I don't even know what that was. They just told an amazing story. So like you kind of want to do that, but you don't want your brand to get lost in it. You don't want it to completely forget about yourself. I think you need to have some type of maybe call to action at the end of every video. So you always bring it back to, you know, what you do and why people should call you. An example would be, I spoke at a workshop in Johnson City a while ago, and the lady was a real estate agent, and she never used video before. She wanted to use it, and I talked about this very thing. Well, she's passionate about the animal shelter, the Humane Society, and animals, and so she decided to go to one of the houses she had for sale and sat on the steps of the house and talked about this dog she had here that needed to be adopted, and talked about her passion for this, and just talked all about that. And then, you know, by the way, this house I'm sitting in front of is for sale, and I'd love to talk to you about it. So that was kind of her approach, and it got like 8 or 9, 10,000 views on Facebook. People were just all about it because she went, you know, the puppy dog route, right, like Budweiser does, and it's successful. So I think to answer your question in a long way, yes, the content needs to be things like that, things that they care about, things that matter, that maybe seem unrelated to your business, and then find a way to connect it to your business in some way. But you were talking to me about your personal page versus your business page a little bit. And remind me what you do again. I've already forgotten.
Well, I do marketing for ADP, but.
Yeah, okay. So, you have a bakery, that's right, okay. I mean, I think there's a level of personal branding wrapped up in your bakery. People probably come to your bakery because they know you. I mean, they may come anyways, but I think they know you and your family, I would think. Is that true? Yeah. So those lines are blurred, but I would capitalize on the fact that people know you and be a face out there, and let those lines cross between your business page and your personal page. I mean, for me, what I do, I have my personal account, Josh Mancuso, but then I also have my business page, fan page, Josh Mancuso, and I will literally post things on that page and then just share them on my personal page, and it's like, it says Josh Mancuso and Josh Mancuso shared this video. You know, it looks goofy, but I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I kind of post on both all the time. Am I helping you at all?
Yeah, I guess. So even when you're like posting on your personal page about your kids or whatever, are you just willy-nilly all over the place, or are you always tying it back into your business, or?
Okay, no, my personal page, I usually keep, like if I just post on my personal page, it's usually a personal post about my kids, got nothing to do with anything typically. I will post on my business page and then share it to my personal page that way. I'll just share the post that way. And, that way I'm not, all my friends and family who, I don't need to kill them with all of my, marketing material, But the people who follow my page, they expect to hear marketing things from me. And so I share it that way. And then, does that make sense? So I would still do the personal stuff on your business page, like still be out front and doing the things we've talked about, and then you can share that personally as well. You're about to say something, I
I was
think.
just, one of the examples I'm familiar with, there's a guy does videos for welding tips and tricks. He's got some videos 17 million views
Yeah.
in 6 years, and then he'll put one out and they'll have 100,000 views in just 2 days. But I don't even think that's his business. I think he does welding on the side, but he's so popular. He's got 500,000 subscribers of just welders that watch his videos. I mean, he's done more for welding education than anybody. If you were to take all the colleges that are in the United States and put them together, if you just add up the numbers and look at his videos, he spanked them. But
Yeah, that's cool.
What he does, he's got one website. He sells some welding-related products, but I think he actually just works. But I mean, his personal stuff, we never see it.
Yeah.
So but it's also not. He's just sharing information, how-to videos strictly.
Yeah.
And he's got a tremendously large following.
Yeah. And at this point, he's probably monetized YouTube.
Yeah,
He's making good money.
He's
Yeah.
making money off the videos now.
Yeah.
But as far as what he does daily, it's probably make videos now.
Yeah. That's the thing. He's not selling anything to them. He's just simply
No, I mean that's just
showing people how to do
the side.
something.
I mean, he sells
Yeah.
some products, but they're basically just resold things and
Yeah.
demoed and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
recommend them, and But there seems like a big market for,
Yeah.
He just makes videos now.
Yeah, that's cool. What's a tip or something you could share? What are you thinking of when you think of how-to videos? Like for your bakery, what would the audience want to hear, you think, from the bakery on how to do something, or tips, tricks, adding value to people that is related to the bakery, is related to baking, or?
I've got a family of foreigners, so it's like, it's nonstop entertainment of immigrants. So, I don't do the baking, I just help them with
Yeah, that's awesome.
their process. So.
Okay.
No, I think they themselves are unique and characters themselves, as far, especially in a rural area like
Yeah.
this, where you don't have a lot of the strong immigrant community.
Yeah. I mean, if they're willing to, I would absolutely play on that and do something. You could go funny with some of that stuff, or you could be serious with it. I think if they're characters, get them in front of a camera as quickly as possible. Then people connect with other people more than they connect with a brand or a logo or anything else. Yeah. Yeah. They could do a funny twist on this of like what not to do. You could do a lot of, this is how you don't want to make cupcakes, and then do something funny where they're like, put in all kinds of ingredients, or just raking all the leftovers into the pan, just like whatever's on the counter goes in, and I don't know, just do something with them that's humorous.
What's SEO?
SEO. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Search engine optimization. So that is. Yeah, search engine optimization. That is basically optimizing your site so that Google likes it more and you come up higher in the rankings. So video helps doing, like I said earlier, having a video on your YouTube account drastically optimizes people finding you when they search for what you do in Google. And again, because people are searching for how to do this or how to do that, or they have questions about things, they're searching for whatever it is. And your career field is great for this, I think, because people are looking for advice on things and they're looking for what you do. And so if you've got a series of 10 videos on your YouTube channel, that's really going to bump up your search rankings when people are looking for coaches and things.
I can't help myself. Go ahead.
That's it.
Oh, I don't know.
Would you raise your hand? Did you already decide?
No.
You good? You still want?
I still would like to ask you.
Come forth.
Right. This may or may not be under your purview, but if they don't, they darn sure should. Does Google parse out the audio from a video and use the words that you're saying in the video part of the SEO? The way they used to do text, or still do?
To my knowledge, they don't do that.
Really should, because you can completely
Yeah.
recognize the words from audio in the video. Seems like it
And I could be wrong because I'm not that well versed in the deep stuff like that, but I don't think so. But I know it's really important that when you post to YouTube, you have a description and a title is to be as keyword rich as you can in there, right? Like lace it with all kinds of keywords that people will be searching for. Even your title, even if the title is really long, that's fine as long as it's got the right verbiage in there. And then you can select tags. YouTube lets you select tags of keywords as well, so you can tag as all kinds of things, you know. So do that. That's a great question. I'll look that up because I don't know that I don't think they do because I think their system scans words. I think is what they do. But you know, you could always do a transcript of the video and put it into the description, you know, or something like that. Who knows? To kind of cheat the system.
And what I was going to talk about was something, you know, years ago when it was, you know, I've had a website for many years.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 1998 or 1999, but one of the ways that I would make that popular is if you have whatever specialty you like, welding or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
participate in some type of online forum, and then whenever there's an answer, there's a question on that forum or that discussion group that's related to what you do, when you post that link to that video, the text that's in that body of questions is indexed by Google Bots. So
Yeah.
if you're to type in Weldon and Gerald Austin, I'll come up within one page, and I've never paid for SEO ranking
Yeah.
my entire life.
Yeah.
But it's because of that communication with other people in those other environments. That's a great way to, you know, the welding tips and tricks videos, if you go to any Facebook welding related site, someone asks a question, somebody will probably post a link to one of his videos and say, oh, well, look at this will tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
So those type, which I don't think Facebook is SEO. You know, I think their text is searchable as much as Facebook, I think, owns it all. But on other open forums and discussion groups, or even your own web pages, if you put the text with the link to that video, it'll eventually get, some bot will come by and look at it and index that text.
Yeah.
You know,
And you're right. And another thing to consider with SEO, this I know is not completely video related, but just to help you out, is they really like when you have multiple sites linking to your page. So you've got social media. That's why it's important to post on social media often, because especially if you're linking to your website, because it's creating multiple traffic streams, right? And so it would be great if you know, if someone blogged about what you do, or if someone shared what you do on their blog, or for you to even have a blog. I know there's a lot of things out there, but the best thing you do is to be listed on someone else's website as well. So, like if I wanted to on my site, I don't do graphic design and photo, but it would be great for me to say, hey, looking for photography and graphic design, check out Brianna. She's, you know, a link to her site. That's going to bump her SEO up just by having another site linked to her site, right? So it's that sharing that helps as well. So developing community relationships and getting someone else to you know, obviously being on the Chamber of Commerce's site and things like that help, but who else's site could you be on? Always think about that. All right, moving on. Number 3, testimonials. So we talked about these being inside of your story video, like your main video. So you can only fit maybe 1 or 2 people in that story video talking about how great you are, but you should have these going regularly. You want to show the world that the people who interact with you are having success stories, okay? Obviously, when you shoot your big video, you'll get this, and you may get 10 minutes worth of content from somebody talking about their experience with you, and you can break that up into, you know, 10 videos that are really short. That's great. But you can also do quick, easy testimonials with your phone. In fact, tomorrow there's an event that I can't be at because I'm going to be at someone else, and I've got my assistant going to the event, and at that event there's going to be somebody that we worked with and did a video for that ended up being a real success, and I said, hey, would you mind grabbing Jenny and just use your phone and get about 30 seconds of her talking about how great the video was and how she really loves it and all that kind of stuff. And she's like, yeah. So we're going to get a 30-second testimonial just from somebody at an event, pull them off to the side and say, hey, would you mind talking to me really quick about, if you're with the chamber, that's a great thing actually to do. It's like, what has been great about being a member of the Washington County Chamber of Commerce? Like, give me 30 seconds of that. Oh man, I love being part of the chamber because it's the support we get and the events are great and blah, 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 and pump that out. It doesn't have to be polished. Just really hold it up and hit record on your phone and then let it go.
How many would you recommend doing, like, how often, like changing it or?
Yeah, I think you can't do enough. I mean, honestly, because I think a couple testimonials a month, I think would be sufficient. I mean, you don't want to wear people out with them. They'll say, okay, we get it, everybody loves you. But you mix, you mix them in with other stuff you're doing. Because I think if you have a good content plan and you're putting out other types of videos and non-video stuff as well, you work those in, as part of your content plan. Absolutely. I think testimonials are huge because it's someone else talking about how great you are instead of you talking about how great you are, right? I did kind of a comical one with the guys at Bristol Motor Speedway. So, did I show this to you when I was here last time? I don't have it. I'm not going to show you, but I held up my phone and he was talking. It was Drew. He works in the marketing department at Bristol, and he was like, "Hey guys, it's Drew Bedard here. We use Josh Mancuso for our video, and it's so great. He does a great job." And then I had a second camera, actually, someone else was running, that was shooting me and him. And I was going, and I'm really awesome and great. And he's like, yeah, and Josh is really awesome and great. And I'm the best person you've ever met, best person I've ever met. Like, just kind of making it funny, like just goofing off. And so, I had lots of outtakes from that as well that were really funny because he kept cracking up when I was, doing things. I would stop and be like, yeah, Drew, that's great. You're doing a good job. But I think you just need more adjectives about me. Just continue to talk about how great I am. And just being funny and goofy like that. And that got more views than any other testimonial I've ever done. So find ways to make it creative if you can. I think this is also kind of part of that strategy of taking the marketing out of your hands and putting it in other people's hands. I don't think Apple has to do a whole lot of marketing if they don't want to. They've got enough believers and people out there that are just going to buy their stuff. It doesn't matter if they do marketing. I know that I'm going to buy an Apple product because I like it and I'm in. So let other people market for you. Is that all? Yeah, that's it. And you can, when you use your phone, you can get a little mic and pop it in there. You can buy a mic on Amazon for $20 or $30 probably that will work and use good audio. You don't have to, but you can even get a lapel mic that would clip to them. But honestly, I don't even do that. I just hold it up and do it. If you're shooting for Instagram, hold it this way. If you're shooting for anything else, hold it this way. Landscape, and then Instagram, you can do vertical. Instagram, you can do either way, but vertical video works well for Instagram. Okay. Testimonials, questions? We're doing good. We're tracking. We're moving along. We're on 4 out of 5. That means we're 4/5 of the way there. Comedy. A comedy video or videos. Man, sometimes I talk about this and people are like, yeah, that's great. And other people are like, man, I don't know how to be funny. I'm not funny. Well, you're going to have to figure it out and start being funny. Because on Facebook, comical videos have a 70% higher video completion rate. Meaning, if you make a video and you post it on Facebook, and you're just talking, this is going, here's my video, 10 seconds at the most, they are gone. They're not going to keep watching. You're done and you've wasted your time even making that video, okay? If you can find a way to be funny, people are way more likely to watch the entire video. I hate to tell you, but most of the videos that are being posted, they're not being watched all the way through, right? I mean, if it's a 4-minute video, I'll watch it for a little bit and I'll be like, I've got the idea. I don't have 2 more minutes to finish the rest of the video, right? So quick, funny videos, they just move faster on social media. They get shared. They're way more likely to be shared. And typically, they cost 60% less. Simply because the production value is a lot lower. Like, it's not like the big story video where we're gonna have to produce a big thing. You can do quick, easy, funny comedy videos. Some of you have seen these already, but I'm going to show one really quick. I guess the audio is happening since I am good at videos but can't work a projector. We'll see how that works.
We all have our strengths.
We do, don't we? And our weaknesses? Yeah. I'm the least technical person in the world to run a video production company, let me tell you. All right, let's just see what happens. If there's no audio, then we'll. You mean just mouth? I'll just mouth the words. It's just me, anyways, being stupid on camera, which is what I usually do. Okay. There's a volume right here. I'm hitting it. Let's try this one. Volume here. Anything going to happen there? Do we? Oh yeah. Let's jack it up really loud. Let's blow the other rooms away with my amazing voice. So downtown Johnson City. I showed one of these last time, and they're all over Facebook. People are probably tired of my face doing these things, but they're like, hey, we want to make some cool videos about our events in downtown. I was like, all right, I got an idea for you. And so I pitched this to them. And so every week we would do this comical downtown update show. And it worked. It worked because it was funny. Oh, I'm so sad right now. It is. Let's all just watch me do that. That's nice. I do, don't I? I'm at the yoga center, and I'm doing yoga in downtown, and I'm talking about the events that are happening. This pose is called, I don't know what it's called, Thigh Buster is what I called it, but because it's rough. But then it is kind of slow motion. Yeah, man, this is, I promise I know how to make videos and stuff and work electronics. I've done it before. Anyways, so we literally shot they do bring your own baby yoga. And so I was showing that you can bring your own baby to yoga. That's not my baby. It's someone else's baby.
You can bring somebody else's
No,
baby.
that was the joke in this. I was like, you can bring your own baby or anybody's baby. You should probably bring your own baby though, because people might be weirded out if you bring other people's babies. So I was talking about, so I didn't leave the entire yoga center for this video. It's 2 minutes long or whatever. And I talked about more things than just yoga. Golly. This slow motion stuff is too much. All right, let's just move on. All right. Yoga is something else. Yeah. All right. So, comedy. Do you think you can be funny? Let's go back real quick before we go to vlog. How can you make what you do funny?
There have been some unique situations that take place.
Yeah.
As far as people doing moronic things.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
You know, if you're willing to call out the guilty, it's
Yeah.
it can be pretty good. So,
Do you get a lot of donations from the community, like
we
things?
do this amount.
I'd almost see you sorting through donations and being like, what is this?
Yeah.
Why was this donated to us? We don't care. We don't want this. This is whatever. I don't know. A what? A fruitcake. Yeah. We can't use it. Yep. I think it just adds personality to what you do. Just something. Being funny. Yeah. And obviously, I mean, the folks at Bristol Motor Speedway are not. They're a little more like this, right? So I know we're live right now, and so sorry guys, but you're a little bit rigid. Let me tell you. So they bring me in to do all the funny crap. You know what I mean? They bring me to do all the funny stuff because they're like, we need something goofy and funny. Let's call Josh. We need somebody to act like an idiot on camera. Let's call. So you can find people that are willing to do things with you that can be funny, in the community. So think about how you can make what you do funny. It doesn't have to be rip-roaring funny. It can just be light, right? Be light and don't take yourself too seriously. Make people laugh. Make them laugh, make them cry, and they will be interested. Okay, the last one is vlogs. Man, I don't know if these are the 5 videos you were hoping to hear, but these are the 5 that I'm telling you are the 5 that you need to be implementing. I promise. And there's about 25 other videos you could be doing also, and you should probably venture into those at some point as well. 25. So we got 5 more sessions of this to do before we get to 25. So vlogs is where this is kind of what I was talking about with you guys in the bakery and with all of you, is peeling back the curtain on your business. Okay, your company is made of people, all right, not just objects and things, not just welding machines, not just Photoshop, not just, desks at your school. You're people, all right? So you've got to show people. And for me, I'm not a one-man show, but I am the face of my business. The business is my name, so I'm the face. It's easy for me to do because I hold up a camera and I just go for it. And I think you can do that. You can do that because when you're building your company, you're also building your personal brand, and that is just as important because people will connect you to the brand. And so you need to be together. Does anybody use Instagram? A couple? A few? Okay. Instagram Stories is a great way to do that. It's kind of like Snapchat, except easier and, not so millennial. So they're 15-second clips, and they last 24 hours. And in fact, I did an Instagram driving up here. I did like 5 stories in a row, 15 seconds each on my way up here, talking about how I just left this TV station and I was trying to make it here on time. And I had I rolled in here with like 5 miles left on my gas tank before I had to get more gas, and I was like joking about it and just engaging with people. And I get more comments and more engagement from doing these Instagram stories than almost anything. Because people I keep hearing, they're like, dude, we just want to see you do that. Just do that. That's all. You don't always have to post stuff that's like this big polished video. Just simply be yourself in front of the camera. And so vlogging, for a lot of people, you think like the old school type of vlogging, and it's not. It's quick, using your phone, documenting things. It's documenting what you're doing. And you may think, well, no one finds this interesting. Well, they probably do find it interesting, what you're doing. Or even, sometimes I will get on there for 15, 30 seconds and do a quick little motivational thing, or talk about, I just saw a video, and this is what I loved about it. They told this story, and it was really helpful because of this. Like, I'll just try to give, again, you can add value to people. So essentially take the vlog, and how can you use a vlog style to do testimonials, to do the how-to stuff, the add value stuff. How can you do things where you're not really creating? And this is where I would tell you don't really have an excuse not to make videos because it's too big of a project. You can turn on your phone and hit record. And that's where you need to start. I mean, if you're not really making videos much, just start doing that. It doesn't always have to be in front of you. Show people what you see. Show them what you're doing. Live videos, even, I think doing live videos are great. Especially if people start to expect that you're doing like a weekly live video, even if it's just a couple minutes long, that's fine. And again, I infuse comedy in most of the things I do. So I had a conversation with my wife one morning about how she was like, I don't really like 90s music that much. And I was like, I'm sorry, what was that? She's like, I don't really like 90s music. I was like, okay. So I was like, Goo Goo Dolls? And she's like, no. She's like, I don't even like Dave Matthews Band that much. I was like, get out of my house. No. We got into this funny thing about how she doesn't like 90s music. And I love 90s music. And so I totally went downstairs on my computer, and I was like, I'm going Facebook Live right now. I turned it on, and I was just riffing for 2-3 minutes about how my wife doesn't like 90s music and how it's threatening our marriage and just all kinds of things. And I got so many people were like logging in and like watching, and they were like, oh my gosh, this guy. But they expect that type of stuff. So what might people expect from you? If they expect me to be funny and goofy, what would they expect from you? What can you do if you turn on the phone and start videoing? What can you show them? So vlogging is essentially documenting, not creating. Okay, so you got to think about it like I'm just documenting what I'm doing. I'm not trying to create a big video. Just document, don't create.
On the Instagram stories, are you doing strictly videos? Because a lot of people will put the photos, the you're
Right.
like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not really exciting.
No, those, I don't like those very much. I just do video. I mean, occasionally, like my assistant will post something, and she likes to do the whole graphics and do with a photo. But I don't. I'd rather just see video on there. It's 15 seconds. I follow Chris Pratt. You know Chris Pratt, the actor. I follow him. He's great about doing Instagram stories. He does them all the time. Chris Pratt, and you know, it's just him doing stuff. I mean, it's not even, you know, it's just, to me, it's interesting because I'm an actor, I like to act, so I follow him, and I'm like, this is great.
You do something as an Instagram story, do you have the capability to save that,
Yes.
so you can post it maybe on Facebook
Mhm.
or something?
Yep, you do. So yeah, I'll do a 15-second Instagram story, and then yeah, you can just go in there and click save. It'll save it to your phone. Then you can post it and add it to a Facebook story, or just to do a Facebook video and just add it to Facebook or whatever you want to do. Yeah, and you'll need to save it within 24 hours because it is gone in 24 hours.
But you get most bang for your buck on Instagram, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Again, if you're not really using Instagram, I would encourage you to use it. But if you're not and you're not ready, then Facebook does have the stories option. And just simply record the video and just post it. Doesn't have to be a story, just post it on Facebook. Does this seem challenging to you? I feel like I get more pushback on this usually with people who are like, I don't want to put myself on camera. I don't want to do this. I don't want to vlog. It seems trivial, like nobody's going to care. But it's not true. People want to see what's going on behind the scenes. They already know what your website looks like. They see the upfront stuff. Now show us, you know, I'd love to see you on a photo shoot. Like if you could hand your phone to somebody else and say, get some shots of me doing something, and you're talking, you know, I think that would be great. What's going on in the bakery behind the scenes that you can show? You know, there's lots of things that you can show as well. I mean, so it's peeling back the curtain and getting personal with people and finding ways to add value to them, motivate them, and then.
Do you have some examples of that that's been done on the past?
Yeah, nothing that I have in here. Not that it would matter because it wouldn't play anyways. But that I've done or that other people have done. Yeah, let's see. Just as far as
Something maybe we can go to and look at.
and look, yeah. Well, like my Instagram page, my Instagram feed has got some stuff on there, and my Facebook page has got some stuff on there. Let's see. I mean, the stories, you know, they're gone in 24 hours, so you can't see anything I've done in the past other than what's up there now. But my Instagram feed, you can see like the pictures I've put. So here's an example. I'm not videoing today, but usually I video these talks. And then my editor goes back and chops it up and creates like here's a 45-second clip of Josh talking about this video you need to make. And I just take that and put it out on social media. And people will respond to that. You know, it's me adding value to folks. So you'll see some of that. But definitely don't judge what you should be doing by what I'm doing necessarily. You know, as most people do, I don't do this as well for myself as I do for other people, right? It's like the barber who doesn't ever cut his hair. He's got shaggy hair. It's like he's really good at cutting other people's hair, but his own hair, you know, is struggling. So I do it, but I do it as a job to everybody else. So sometimes it's hard to get to myself. But yeah, you could go to my Facebook page and Instagram page and find some things there. Yeah.
Anything else beyond the microphone you recommend, like having handy to help you do your blog?
To do things like that? No, because honestly, I don't even use a mic with my phone. All the mics I have are like the professional ones I use for my cameras. But honestly, I think I shared this recently somewhere. If you went to Amazon and just typed in so maybe a wireless mic for iPhone or whatever you got, you'll come up with several, and you can just pick a couple from there. And if you email me, I'd be happy to email you back some options. Yeah, so if you have questions about things like that, just shoot me an email, and I will write you back and give you some. Do you have anything on that to share?
Everything I use is wireless, so
Yeah.
plug it into the phone.
Yeah.
Sandy has a microphone that she plugs into her phone.
Yeah, Sandy Ratliff has a lot of that stuff. Yeah. I do have, however, I don't know if the microphone is included there, but I do. If you go to my website, it's joshmancuso.com. If you go there and scroll to the bottom, I've got a free PDF you can download that's how to shoot video with your iPhone. So you can download that, and it tells you kind of step by step what you can use to do that.
Is the next one going to be how to play it up on the screen?
Yeah, absolutely. So vlogs, okay. All right, so here's just some tips. I don't know why these are all coming up. Okay, so this is kind of your takeaway. All right, when you make videos, engage within the first 5 or 10 seconds, really quick. Tell a story, make it interesting, and include a call to action at the end. So you don't always want to give away stuff without at least saying something, you know. You have a quick vlog type video about how great the chamber is and how success stories, and say, call us today about how you can join the Chamber of Commerce, or sign up for our event by going to our website or whatever. And then again, develop micro content. So again, that's the vlogging stuff. So let's go through it really quick. The about video, which is your kind of main video that's about your business, right? And from that, you can create micro content to push out on social media. Number 2 was testimonials, I think. That's how-to videos. How-to videos is number 2, so adding value to people, teaching them something, give them a reason to watch, add value. Number 3 is testimonials, get other people to do your marketing for you, talk about what you've done. And then 4th was comedy, as much as you can. Try to be funny, because it just goes further. That could also be sharing other people's content as well. If you don't feel like you can always come up with the best comedic stuff, share something funny that you saw on your page. If it's completely unrelated to you, that's okay. Just share it. Anyways, and then 5 was vlogging. So again, developing short, quick, easy videos that don't take a lot. That PDF, yeah, my website. You can get that PDF if it's helpful. Before I kind of give you a little bit on my documentary, let's recap. We've got just a couple minutes. So what questions do you have? What challenges do you think you're facing? I mean, is this helpful? I always feel like I throw up information on people and then walk away, and I'm like, well, good luck. Hope it works out. What else do you want to know that I haven't covered? Yeah.
And you've got this like 10 minutes here, and get down to 15 or 20 seconds.
Yeah. What
kind of decisions do you make on that, and what do you recommend as a video editing process?
Okay. Typically, what I try to do, if we're making a bit of a longer one, like the story video, we go in and we find what are the best clips, the best statements that were made by somebody. Here's a succinct statement that can stand on its own. The Haven of Rest changed my life because I had nowhere to go and they took me in. Boom. Great statement. Boom. Take that out and put it in, right? So you're looking for kind of chunks of goodness, little nuggets that will work. Bring those all in to the timeline, into your software, lay them up there, and then essentially try to order them in a way that you end up telling a story that flows, right? That's one way to do it, and then taking any shots you've gotten, we call it B-roll, any other footage, adding it over top of that as they're talking. If you're looking for just the short stuff, like just a single clip, I think, yeah, look for something that can stand alone as a statement that's been made. The testimonials, I really feel like with what you do, testimonials are big, and I think you can really get some good content. I don't know what implications you have and what you can and cannot do, but I think any stories you can tell, yeah, just make them quick. Yeah. Do you have a software program that you use, or that you can use?
I'm trying to be as easy as possible. I use WeVideo. Just
Okay.
Yeah, so that's online, so I don't have
Yeah.
to have a powerful computer and things like that.
Okay.
That way.
That's good. That's good. I may have shared this before as well. When you're doing videos, a great story arc that you could use is, I call it PAR, it's PAR, P-A-R, and it's problem, action, resolution. So when you're talking to people, identify a problem that they're maybe facing, then identify the action that your company takes to solve that problem, and then what was the resolution, what happened at the end of that. Yeah. That's an easy way to kind of walk through it. In your case, you could certainly apply that to somebody. And I think even, Brianna, what you do, the problem could be, the problem is trying to find, forgive me if you don't do this, but trying to find a family photographer who doesn't charge an arm and a leg, but does really good work. And the action is, well, I've created a photo package that works for every family, and no matter how much money you've got, we can do it. We can work around your budget. We can do this, and at the end, you're going to get photos that look like this, and you show what they are, right? So that's the PAR, the problem action resolution. So you can apply that to almost anything, and it will work out. So think through that.
On like testimony, or not testimony, but how-to videos and other ones, you find that, can you notice any difference in producing one that's storyboarded and scripted versus someone just, here, this is how you do this? Do you recommend storyboarding for like the how-to videos? I can write tons of stuff about what I know, but it seems like I always just start talking about what I'm doing anyway. So.
Right. Yeah, that's right. I am challenged by storyboarding. I don't like doing it. It aggravates me. It's like a time sucker, and I want to just get straight to the video. Like I don't want to have to sit. But so I kind of compromise and just do a quick outline. That's kind of how I came up with the PAR and some other things. It's just a quick outline. I'm going to talk bullet points. Just do bullet points. Boom, 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 like this, and just leave it at that. If you try to create a big storyboard, you'll spend hours doing that, and you'll be like, I don't even feel like making this anymore.
I've done just
Yeah.
software training videos, screen recordings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I tried to script them ahead of time, and
Yeah.
it just never seemed to work, so I didn't know if it was like that in the standard.
And the ones that I've seen, can I tell which ones are different? I mean, I don't. Sometimes, I mean, I think if people get on rabbit trails and they're just kind of going off and they're all over the place, you can tell, and it's just going, yeah. So I would just have a bulleted list going through there. Yeah, an outline of sorts. You got to have some kind of guide so you don't go crazy. What else? Did any of these surprise you or shock you or anything? Any of those types of videos?
Would you say keep all of them under 3 minutes, or certain ones could be longer, like a demonstration?
Yeah, oh, man. What cracks me up is there's so much data that talks about how short videos perform the best. But occasionally you'll get some data that I saw recently that like long form videos, like 7-8 minutes, do really well. And that blows my mind. But they do. It's almost like either keep it short and quick, or let me just invest all the way, right? So if it's like that 3 to 4, 5 minute range, it's sort of like, well, it's like non-committal, right? It's like, I don't know if I'm going to go in or not. But if it's short and easy, they're going to watch it. And if it's like an 8 minute thing, maybe there's something that people are thinking, well, this is like really important, or it's almost like you're watching a mini film or something. You just kind of get into it. There's a guy named Casey Neistat. Anybody heard of him? He's a vlogger in New York City, and his vlogs are easy 7-8 minutes long. Every one. He has an episode. Is it daily? It's a daily episode? Pretty sure it's daily or close to a daily episode. And man, I get sucked into that, and I'm like, I'm still watching this, and it's like 8 minutes long, but I'll watch the whole thing just because it's interesting to me. So I think there are times when it's necessary to go long.
I started checking his
Yeah.
stats too and everything, and like the shortest one I ever saw, or not the shortest in length, but the least views was like 700,000 in like the first 4 hours.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of them get like 2 million views overnight, like every single video you post, and it's pretty much every single day. Casey Neistat.
Casey Neistat is in.
N-I-D-S-T-A-T.
IE. Yeah. Casey Neistat. Yeah. And he's, of course, I mean, that's what he does now, and he's really good at it. And so, don't go try to be Casey Neistat tomorrow, because people will not watch your stuff, but you got to get there.
4:45 every morning, and goes to everything to that.
Yeah. He has an essay regimen, yeah. So, yeah, don't do that right away. But yeah, I think the long form videos have a place. So again, I would either go really short or just go all the way, right? If you may, I'm going to mention this to you before I go. I directed a documentary recently. It's a 40-minute documentary. And talk about whittling down footage, man. Our first cut of this was an hour and a half long. And I was like, there is no way we're going to get it any shorter than that. And we got it to 40 minutes. I don't know how we did it. So we got it almost in half. But I directed it. I had an editor work with me. It is the story of a guy named Jeremiah Caleb. He is from Bristol. He lives in LA now. He's an actor. But about 12 years ago, he went to India. He is Indian. His family is Indian. His father had died 12 years ago. He was kind of desperate and lost, and he decided he was going to write a book about his father's life. His father lived an extraordinary life in India. And so Jeremiah realized he'd never even been to India himself, so he couldn't write a book on his father if he'd never been there. So he literally put on his father's clothes from the 1970s and traveled to India on this pilgrimage for 40 days, trying to kind of discover himself to an extent and discover his heritage, which he was able to do. But what he was mostly impacted by was the severe poverty that he encountered over there, and he really wrestled with, why is this a reality, and why is this not me? I have such a great life here in LA, and I'm, all these things, and so, why is this not me? And so he ended up a year later coming back from India, and he created the Caleb Hope Foundation, which is a foundation dedicated to working with children in the slums of India. And so in India, they have a caste system still. That's still alive. It's not everywhere, but it's still alive, especially in parts of India. And so they work with children that are they're called the Dalits. They're in the lowest caste. They're like the untouchables. They don't mess with them. These are kids that, that get picked up by pimps and other people, and they cut their limbs off and send them back out into the streets and beg for food a kid begging for food with one arm goes a long way with tourists who are in India, right? So those types of things are real. He encountered that while he was there. And so they work with kids, pulling them out of those situations, working with their families, the ones that have families, and developing leadership within their little communities there. So that's what he does. But the film is about his journey. We interviewed him, and it's premiering at the Paramount Theater in Bristol November 2nd. It's a Friday night. So you can go to paramountbristol.org to get tickets. So if you're interested in that, I would greatly appreciate people coming to that. We put a lot of effort into the film, and the money goes to the Caleb Hope Foundation, all the money raised. So it's $75 per ticket for VIP tickets, and that gets you drinks and catering, some good food. We've got a red carpet that will be there. You can get photos on the red carpet, and then you get to screen the film, and then we'll have a performance by Amethyst Kia. Do you know who Amethyst Kia is? She's a really popular musical artist. She's awesome. She's going to do some songs, and after the film, there's some desserts, and just like a whole night. It should be really, really fun. It's a nice dress-up kind of thing, so if you want to get out and do something that doesn't usually happen in our area, I know occasionally we have these types of events, but if you're interested in that, I would love for you to come. You can also get $10 tickets as well, and just come to just the movie itself, and that's it. So I would appreciate any support you guys gave to that. I had the trailer here, but that doesn't matter because I can't play it with sound.
What's the distribution after the film? Because I'll be out of town next night.
Yeah, we're pitching it right now to Netflix and Hulu and Amazon and all those people. Yeah, so if we're lucky, we'll get it on one of those services. If not, we'll do a web release on our own, and it'll be on Facebook. So if you follow my channels at all, it'll be on Facebook and all over everywhere else. So.
Yeah, if we had sound, I'd want to see this one right here where you interview yourself.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. That's good. Well, that was just a still photo. we did a video. It's coming out later this week of me interviewing myself. Yeah, it's about 2-3 minutes long. It's outrageous and completely stupid, but it'll be funny. Yeah, so come to that. We had a big LA premiere in California in July. It was a big hit, and so we're excited. So I know that you'll all be there. You'll all be there with your VIP tickets. I can't wait to see you. No, that would be great if you came. Other questions about the 5 videos? Let's go back to the beginning so we can wrap this thing up. What do we do at the end of this thing? Someone close us in prayer? I'm just kidding. So, anything else? Okay. Oh, I got to give you cards. I'll give you cards. Hey, I've got some posters up here. If you do have a business and you're willing to put a poster up about our film screening, I would really love that. And I've got like some cards here that if you're willing to pass them out to coworkers or anybody, that would be a huge help to me. It costs a lot of money to get catering and the Paramount and all that, so we're trying to make sure we put butts in seats. That's the goal, right? And I've got cards. You go ahead. I'm going to pass these out. That's all right? Well, I don't know. You've already got cards in there. Thanks. Oh, thank you. Of course. You've already got me scheduled.
We'll try to see if we can find speakers.
Oh, you got that's right.
All right.
Yeah, maybe I'll come
Some of our
better
team is
prepared.
traveling today, so Kathy and Sandy are not here, and so hopefully next time they'll be here. This one will be branding yourself on LinkedIn, Cindy Hagman